At the start of the drama, a band named Shax is practicing their dance performance because their very big concert is about to start in a short while. Meanwhile, outside the stadium, the drama's main female lead, Maha, is shown who wants to become a famous idol. She looks at the stadium and says, "One day I will also perform right here." Then the drama's male character, Ryok, is shown who is the most famous member of that group. All members say to each other, "Good luck." Then during rehearsal, Ryok notices, "Our leader is going somewhere." The next day, news comes on TV. The Shax group's leader has disappeared, after which the CEO tells Ryok, "Take his position, otherwise the group will be ruined." Ryok agrees. Then we see a scene from 1 week ago. Maha wakes up in the morning and runs because her dream is to become a top idol. She trains at Musicholic agency where Yoo-jin is also there, who is Maha's old friend, and also wants to become an idol himself. Maha and her friend decide, no matter what happens, we want to debut by staying in Musicholic only. Yoo-jin motivates Maha, which makes her happy. Meanwhile, at Omega Agency, the manager is scolding Annie and the other trainees because the debut is approaching. Annie tries to calm herself, but due to exhaustion, she faints. Then the Musicholic meeting is shown where trainees are being rejected, looking only at profit, and they remove Maha due to short height. But the manager takes her side, saying Maha should be sent to Omega Agency because a member has left that agency there and the debut is near. At first, Maha is very upset then. Out of compulsion, she joins Omega. In Omega, Maha copies Yura and Shim's dance moves after watching just once, which shocks the manager, and he announces, "This is the new member who will debut in Annie's place." Now in the present, Shax band's performance is about to start and the leader has disappeared. This performance is Shax's comeback performance on which their entire career depends. The next day, the news is everywhere. Shax group's leader is missing, which makes the entertainment agency's CEO very angry. In the next scene at Omega Agency, the three girls practice their dance. Now the name of this group of three girls is kept as Omega 3. In the next scene, the debut of these three is about to happen, due to which they are very nervous. At night, wearing their costumes, they click many photos. Then the next day, these three reach the debut place with manager Jun. Then we are shown a scene of Korea, where the news has spread everywhere. Omega Entertainment's trainee, Annie, has committed suicide. Omega's manager also does not know this fact. Then finally, when these three come on stage and start dancing, the people there stop them and tell them, "Now your agency's debut cannot happen because a trainee of your agency has committed suicide." Hearing this, everyone is shocked very badly and understands it must definitely be Annie. Then Yura and Shim start crying loudly because those two had been with Annie for many years. Then after Annie's death, it became difficult for Omega 3 to become famous, due to which they also make less profit. Therefore, the company disbands Omega 3. Maha sadly packs all her luggage and leaves the Omega building. After this, the story is shown directly 3 years later, where we see that Ryok has become even more famous than before. And now, along with being a band member, he has also become a quite famous actor who has done many movies and dramas, and for this reason, he receives many awards. Then, in the award ceremony, the performance of a solo K-pop singer named Lalima is shown, who is quite famous in Korea. She likes Ryok, so on stage she extends her hand in front of him to dance together. But Ryok refuses because he has absolutely no interest in Lalima. Meanwhile, now we see Maha, who is performing wearing clothes like Lalima and copying her because now she is no longer a trainee, so meeting with her manager, she does small jobs and earns some money. Then Maha is going home after her performance when she gets a call from Yoo-jin. Maha tells him, "I have got a small role in a historical movie." Hearing this, Yoo-jin becomes happy and wants to talk about her birthday, which is coming in a few days, and says, "I will definitely invite you." Meanwhile, on the other side, at Ryok's house, his friends are watching Lalima's copycat videos, who is Maha. Seeing which everyone says, "Look, this girl does a perfect copy of Lalima." Ryok also watches the video, then shocked, he says, "Copycat." Upon which everyone asks, "Do you know her?" But he refuses. Next, we see the shooting place where Maha has reached before time with her manager and then goes to get makeup done. Then, listening to some girl's conversation, she finds out the movie's actor is none other than Ryok. Hearing this, she is surprised and says, "If I knew the hero is Ryok, I would never have come here." This means Maha knows him from before. Then Maha starts practicing acting at the shooting place, where she has to run here and there amidst the set like normal people. Meanwhile, on the other side, we see Yoo-jin, who has now become a coffee shop owner and has left the idol life. Just then, someone comes to meet him whose face is not shown yet, but seeing him, Yoo-jin becomes quite surprised. Then Maha is sitting on the set when she hears some voices, so she peeks and looks. Ryok is practicing his dialogues there, and when he accidentally drops his sword in water, seeing this, Maha starts laughing. Seeing this, Ryok tries to look at her, so she quickly hides. Then in shooting, some scenes are changed from right to left, But Maha does not know about this. Therefore, she runs in the wrong direction and accidentally the sword hits Maha. People come to her and ask, "Are you okay?" So, hiding her face, she says, "Yes, I am absolutely fine." Then, after the shooting is over when everyone is leaving, Maha finds out that due to urgent work, her manager has left her alone there and gone, due to which Maha becomes very worried. She then starts running from there. Just then, a van comes and stops near her, the window opens, and Ryok is in front. Seeing who Maha gets shocked, and finally he also sees Maha. Both remain surprised seeing each other face to face. Then we are shown a small flashback of these two, meaning from 2013, when Ryok was not an idol, but a normal boy who wanted to join a dance team. And Maha used to watch him secretly because she liked dance very much. So one day, gathering courage, she goes to him and asks, "Please, can you teach me dance with you?" But looking at her with a serious gaze, he refuses and says, "We never add anyone to our team, so you go from here." Hearing this, Maha remains surprised. In the present, Ryok says, "I will give you a lift." But Maha refuses and says, "Due to the industry's rules, I do not want you to get into any trouble because of me." Therefore, she starts leaving from there. Then Ryok gives his jacket to Maha because it is quite cold. Then he starts walking ahead of Maha so that she reaches home safely. Maha tells him, "If you are doing this because I got hurt because of you, then it doesn't matter. I am absolutely fine. You can go to your home." Ryok says, "It is nothing like that. I just want to walk. You don't need to think too much, copycat." Maha gets surprised hearing this. Then we see a scene from 7 years ago where these two are going home together. Maha tells him, "My dad likes a singer named Steve very much, although he cannot see. Still, he writes his songs himself. He says, every human has talent, just one should know how to use it." Maha says, "So my dad told me to become like Steve." Listening to her, Ryok understands why Maha wants to join his dance team. Then she tells him, "I will shift to Seoul very soon." In the present, Ryok asks Maha, "Why did you ignore me?" Maha says, "It is not like that." Then upon reaching the main road, Maha asks him, "Go to your home," and tells him, "My friend is coming to pick me up." Then he goes and sits in his van. Just then another idol's van comes there, from which Yujin comes out to Maha. Seeing him, Ryok feels this boy is Maha's boyfriend. So getting jealous, he leaves from there. Then Maha starts going with Yujin. Yujin is now a member of a sparkling group. His debut has happened. In the next scene, Maha tells her friends, "I want to give up on the dream of becoming an idol because despite working so hard, I didn't get success, so now I will live my life like normal people." Her friends also agree. The next day, Maha goes to fill the form to continue her further studies. While coming back from there, she gets her hair cut at a salon. Then coming home, her friends tell her, "We have received a call from an agency." So Maha calls Yujin to talk about it, but his manager picks up the call. He asks Maha, "Did that agency's manager Jihak call you?" Maha says, "Yes." He says he has remained Shax's old CEO. Now he has opened his own agency. Then it is confirmed to Maha, Jihak is not any scam. Therefore, she goes to the address sent by Jihak in the morning. Jihak recognizes them on seeing them, after which these three show their performance, which Jihak likes. He thinks, using the sad story of these three's past, they can be made successful. Therefore, Jihak selects them. Then he shows them the company contract in which giving them a monthly salary is written. Seeing this, those three become happy. Then he asks them, "Think of your group's name." After thinking a lot, these three name their group Tea Party. The next day, Jihak tells them, "Your debut will happen very soon, so start your preparation." So these three become excited. Then Jihak brings them to a TV interview because he wants everyone to know about the Tea Party group before the debut. Then hearing their past sad story, all the audience feels bad for them. Then these three show their live performance, which everyone likes very much. Ryok also sees Maha's performance, in which she had copied Lalima. Just then, Lalima also comes there and starts making fun of Maha. How strange she is. I don't know why people consider her my copycat. Ryok feels bad about this talk of hers, so he says, "Yes, she is not at all like you." Now, due to this interview, the Tea Party group becomes famous, after which Jihak gets them some work so that they can come on TV and do their promotion. Different channels call Maha and ask, do Lalima's acting? Maha does not like it, but she has to do so out of compulsion. In the next scene, Maha has come to a famous show with Jihak where her meeting happens with real Lalima, who is happy seeing her, but Lalima gets very angry seeing her. So she starts insulting Maha. She has called Maha to that show for this reason. She asks her, "Wear a dress like mine. I want to see your performance." Maha comes out after changing the dress. Then her collision happens with Ryok there. Maha thanks him, thanks for that day. But Ryok says to her angrily, Do you know nothing else except copying Lalima? Maha does not like this thing, but she explains to herself, I have to give my best in the show. Then going on stage, she performs exactly like Lalima. She extends her hand in front of Lalima to dance together, but Lalima turns her face to the other side. Therefore, Maha extends her hand towards Ryok. Then we are shown a flashback in which Maha is watching Ryok practicing dance. Just then, Ryok notices her. Then taking Maha's phone number, he sends his dance video on it and says, come after learning this well tomorrow. Hearing this, Maha becomes happy. Then when she is practicing dance, Ryok watches her secretly. Then he calls her copycat. Maha also hears his voice. In the present, Ryok holds Maha's hand so that she is not insulted. Then these two perform the same dance together, which Maha had learned watching Ryok's videos. Seeing both of them doing the same dance, everyone gets shocked. Just then, someone records their video. Lalima gets very angry seeing this because Ryok had refused to dance with her. Then coming out, Maha returns his jacket to Ryok. There, Ryok's manager goes to that show's director and asks, cut Maha and Ryok's dance performance so that no problem is created for Ryok. While Maha is giving the jacket to Ryok, someone clicks a photo of these two. The next day, Maha starts watching that show with her friends, but she finds out, except for Maha's introduction, her dance performance has been cut. So Maha becomes sad. Then they find out Maha's photo with Ryok has gone viral, due to which Shax's fan is very angry with her because Shax's fangirls have given that jacket to all those members. She also calls Maha very bad things. She is trying to seduce Ryok. Then due to the dance video getting leaked, Shax's fans go even more against her, while Yujin gets very jealous seeing Maha dancing with Ryok in that video. Then Ryok writes a letter and apologizes to his fans. I gave that jacket to that poor girl to save her from cold. Apart from that there is no relation between them, if my fans felt bad about my doing so, then I say sorry to all of you. Now, after this letter, all fans forgive him. In the next scene, Tea Party members select a song for their debut and get busy writing lyrics for it separately. Then, the next day, these three reach the studio after getting ready, where first Yura records her lines. Maha is a little nervous, so she goes to the washroom to get fresh. Just then, Shaq's group's member Bang comes there. He is the recorder manager Seok's friend. Then Maha comes out of the washroom, so Ryok is visible to her there. Before leaving Maha, thanks Ryok, thanks for the apologize letter, I also wanted to post it. Ryok angrily says to Maha, do not interfere in my matters. So Maha says angrily, what have you considered yourself? When I thanked you for the jacket, then you called me Lalima's copy. Now you are telling me to mind my own business, whereas I did not ask you to help me that day. Ryok gets shocked hearing her words. Then, Maha comes to the studio and starts recording her lines. Just then, Ryok also comes there, due to which Maha becomes nervous. Therefore, she is not able to perform correctly. Ryok says, you can copy Lalima perfectly. Now you are not able to perform your own song. Have you considered this opportunity of your life a joke? Hearing this, Maha says in anger, I will record my lines from the starting. So Ryok leaves from there smiling. Then Maha records her lines very well. Then, at night, giving a treat to those three, Jihak tells them, 2 weeks later, your debut is going to happen. So the three become excited. Maha comes on the bridge and looking at the stadium says, finally, I will perform inside that stadium. Just then, she gets Yujin's call. He also congratulates her. My new album's debut is also on the same day. Now we will meet in the stadium 2 weeks later. Maha also becomes happy. Then on the day of debut, these three go to the stadium, where Yujin comes towards them seeing them. They are talking when Shaq's group's entry happens there. Ryok, seeing Yujin standing near Maha, leaves from there in anger. Then the music show's manager calls all other managers in the meeting and tells, we are reducing the new artist's performance time because of Shaq's group's sudden arrival on the TV show. Then, in the live performance, first Shaq's members perform, then the Tea Party group comes on stage where, despite being nervous, they perform well, looking at the camera, but suddenly the music stops. Everyone gets scared because the debut falls into danger. Then, without music, they start dancing, by which the audience gets impressed, and the performance becomes successful. In the dressing room, Ryok says to Maha, good work, and leaves. Then later, due to positive comments and calls, the Tea Party group becomes a little famous, due to which getting work makes their schedules tight. Maha returns tired from work, so she receives flowers and a card, which is from Yujin, in which congratulations is written. Maha becomes very happy seeing this. The next day, Maha makes a plan to meet Yujin. On the other side, Ryok finds out the actress playing a role with me in the film has been arrested in a drug case, due to which she has been removed. Therefore now, I will have to reshoot with a new actress. Now the role of that film was offered to Lalima first, but she refused because she has no interest in acting. Therefore, then, it is decided to give this role to Maha because Maha had worked in a movie before too. Then Maha is called for an audition. Meanwhile, Yoojin has a plan to meet Maha today, but Maha tells him on call, "I have to go to give an audition for a film project, therefore I cannot meet you." Yoojin becomes sad, but he says, "Good luck." Then Maha gives the audition very well, which the director likes. Therefore, her selection happens. Then Ryok's manager tells him, "If you want, you can refuse to work with Maha." He says, "No, I have no problem." The next day at the shooting scene, Maha is quite nervous. Therefore, she is not able to act well. So Ryok explains to her, "You should forget that you are Maha," or "Ryok is in front of you." Then following his words, Maha starts acting well. Then in the scene, Ryok shouts at her to scare her and puts a sword on her neck. Maha starts crying in fear in reality. So Ryok does not like her crying. Then there is a kissing scene of those two. Maha is nervous. Therefore Ryok says, "Is this your first kiss that you are so nervous?" Maha lies, "It is not like that." But from her reaction, Ryok understands, this is her first kiss. Therefore he explains to her, consider it only acting. Then finally the kiss happens between these two. Then in lunchtime, Maha comes there, so she sees the coffee stall sent by Ryok's fan. Ryok's photo is also attached to the coffee glass. When people leave from there, then Maha takes off Ryok's photo from that glass and keeps it safely with her. On the other side, Ryok is smiling, thinking about Maha's kiss. Just then, suddenly he falls from the folding chair, so he feels very embarrassed. In the next scene, shooting Ryok's enemies are beating him. Then Maha comes in front of him to save him from an arrow. Due to which in the movie, due to getting hit by the arrow, Maha dies. Then with Maha dying, the movie has a sad end. Then on the day of the premiere, the movie receives a very good response. Yoojin has come to the theater to watch Maha's movie with Yura and Shim, where seeing the kissing scene, Yoojin gets jealous. Then in the next scene, the movie's cast is going to different cities for the movie's promotion. Maha is also with them. Ryok smiles seeing Maha in the bus. In the next scene, Ryok is sleeping. So Maha thinks of a mischief. She takes out the pouch given by Ryok's fans and starts writing upside down on it. She ruins his face on the poster with a marker. Then she moves back and looks at Ryok, so he is staring at her angrily. Due to which Maha gets scared. Now going into the hotel, she sees her pouch has got exchanged with Ryok's pouch. Meanwhile, Ryok sends his manager out to bring mouth freshener. Then when Ryok comes out in a bath towel after taking a bath, the doorbell rings. He sees Maha standing outside who has come to take her pouch from him. Then seeing him without a shirt, Maha gets shocked. Just then she sees her fans coming. Therefore he pulls Maha inside the room, then both start looking at each other. In a short while, Ryok's manager Jun comes and asks all those girls, "Leave." But they say, "We will stay right here and keep watch." As soon as Jun comes inside, Ryok quickly hides Maha, but accidentally the light turns on, due to which Maha becomes visible in the mirror. So panicking, Ryok hugs Jun and says, "How much time it has been for us working together, but till today I didn't hug you." Due to which Jun gets shocked, and Maha secretly goes into the bathroom. Jun thinks, Ryok is drunk, that's why he is behaving strangely. Therefore he leaves from there. After which Ryok goes to see Maha, so seeing her hidden in the bathtub, he starts laughing. On the other side, a reporter asks Jihak about Annie's suicide. In the end, she had come to meet you only. And she asks about Shaq's group's first leader's disappearance. He says nothing. So that reporter says, "You have come back after so many years and launched the Tea Party group. Is there any special reason for this?" But Jihak stands up and leaves from there without saying anything. Meanwhile, Ryok repeatedly peeks out of the room and waits for his fans to leave, but they don't go. Therefore, Ryok calls her inside and she tells him, "I have come to return the pouch because there are special items given by Ryok's fans in this." Ryok asks her, "Sit." Then both sit down, and accidentally, his hand touches Maha's hand. So both get embarrassed and move away. Then Ryok praises Maha's debut performance. Performing even without music was cool. And when Maha says nothing, he looks at her that she has fallen asleep. So looking at her, he smiles. Then when Maha's eyes open seeing Ryok in front, she gets shocked. And looking at the time, finds out it is 6 in the morning, and at 6:10, Jihak is going to come to pick her up. Therefore, panicking, Ryok decides, call manager Jun. Jun, seeing both together, shouts in anger. And Maha repeatedly says, sorry. But Ryok says, the mistake was mine. I only had pulled Maha inside the room. In the next scene, Ryok comes out dressing Maha in Jun's clothes, saying this, Jun, I will save you. Then Ryok leaves Maha in her room and comes back. Just then, Jihak reaches Maha's room. So she tells him, wait for me. and says, I am just coming in 2 minutes. Then in the room, manager Jun asks him questions, but Ryok starts laughing, seeing the drawing made on Maha's pouch. Then Maha reaches the bus late, so the senior is about to scold her, but Ryok scolds her before that. Meanwhile, manager Jun tells Ryok, you are a celebrity and she is just a small idol, therefore be careful. Next, in Maha's room, Shim and Yura ask her about the kiss scene, and Maha says that was only acting. But they tease, perhaps she has started liking Ryok, which Maha defends, and then it is found out Yoojin had also come to watch the movie and has seen the kiss scene. So Maha feels awkward. Yoojin is practicing dance in anger, and remembering the kiss scene flares up even more. So the manager asks him, rest. So he says, now by working in dramas and movies, I want to become even more famous. In the next scene, Jihak remembers the scene of the past in the coffee shop where that day Shax's leader had come to meet him. On the other side, Jihak convinces Maha and Tea Party to do a film and tells, we have offers for photo shoots too. On this, Shim says, why do this photo shoot? And at this time, Shim gets very scared. Seeing her reaction, Jihak says, okay, don't worry, if you don't want to do this, then I will not force you at all. Hearing this, she says, I have no problem doing the photo shoot, just I don't have that much confidence inside me, which should be in a model. On this, Yura, giving her full courage, says, Shim is truly very beautiful, therefore she should not miss such opportunities. So then she agrees to the photo shoot option. On the other side, Ryok is told to memorize many scripts in 1 week, seeing which he is surprised and says, this is too much meaning, can I not even breathe in peace? On this, Joan says, sorry, but I also can't do anything in this. All these are orders from above. And then as soon as Jun turns on the radio, Maha's song is playing in it, which he turns off. So Ryok starts singing that party song himself. Then as soon as he reaches his agency, Lalima comes and sits in his car and asks Jun, go out. Then she asks him, did you really kiss my copycat? You must be seeing me in her, therefore you kissed her so easily. Ryok says angrily, first you stop calling her copycat because she is not at all like you, meaning Maha is completely different from you. Hearing this, Lalima starts looking at him with surprise. Then, Tea Party members have come to a store for shopping where 2 girls recognize them and ask, are you 3 from Tea Party group? Because we are seeing celebrities face to face for the first time. Hearing the name celebrity, these 3 also become happy and feel a little awkward without makeup. But then, they take photos with both girls and come out very happy that now people have started recognizing them. In the next scene, Ryok is reading the drama script, and in every romantic scene, he remembers Maha. Therefore upset, he comes out of the room. He thinks, talk to someone. Then as soon as he is going, Kang comes in front, who had come in replacement of Shaq's group's leader. Ryok takes him to the room and tells his story in which Maha and his name is A and B. He says, earlier A used to ignore him, but now he only worries about B and he is not able to understand what is going on in B's heart. Kang is surprised, then says, surely your friend has started liking that girl. While talking, Ryok asks, if my friend has to return some item to that girl but doesn't have the number? So Kang advises, first find the number from social media. Ryok says, thank you, and goes into the room and searches for Maha's account, but many accounts are found by Maha's name. Then he remembers the old box in which his old mobile is there, from which he used to send dance videos to Maha earlier. The mobile is discharged and there is no charger too. Therefore, he goes to get a charger. On the other side, Maha and Yura go to a fancy restaurant and tell someone else will pay the bill. Then a message comes on Maha's phone. Is this Maha's number? But considering it unknown, she deletes it, whereas it is Ryok's who keeps waiting for the reply. In the restaurant, Maha sees that calling them there is Yoojin's plan because today he has received his first salary. Then Maha gets a call again, but she cuts it, due to which Ryok gets angry. Then Maha gets a message, don't you want your pouch back? Reading which she gets shocked and understands that this is Ryok's number. Therefore, making an excuse of going to the washroom, she leaves. Maha calls back. Maha asks, where did you get the number from? So he tells, it was saved in the old phone, and talks about returning the pouch and asks, give the address. Maha says, send by courier, then gives the address. Ryok asks, save the number, which Maha does. She is a little happy talking to Ryok. The next day, Ryok comes to the practice room and dances. Then seeing Maha's photos, decides to message, but accidentally sends many texts, which Maha sees and gets surprised and ignores, due to which he gets sad. Then Kang comes and asks, is the problem solved or not? So Ryok says, the friend has contacted but reply is not coming. Kang says directly, you have started liking some girl. He denies at first, but in the conversation, the truth comes out. Yes, he likes someone. Kang says, instead of spinning the ball, hit a direct shot. So Ryok, hiding from manager Jun, reaches Maha's address in the van, where Maha gets shocked seeing him. He smiles, seeing her as if he has got all the happiness, but Maha gets shocked very badly seeing him. And before she could say anything to him here, Yura and Shim also see both of them together. And as soon as those two start running towards Maha, Seeing them coming, Ryok holds Maha's hand and takes her with him from there and goes to some place and hides. But because meanwhile these two were holding each other's hands, so feeling a little awkward, both leave the hand. After which, when Maha asks him the reason for coming here, he tells, I have come here to give you your fan pouch which has remained in the van, so you stay here, I will just bring it. But as soon as he turns, he sees Yura and Shim in front, seeing whom he turns back. But there is no use in turning because both have recognized him. In anger, Yura holds Maha's hand and forcefully takes her with her. Seeing her going, Ryok feels very bad. When he comes back down near the van, he finds out that his van is missing from its place. Actually, he had parked the van in no parking, so the police tow the van away. On the other side, Yura and Shim read all the messages sent by Ryok from Maha's mobile, and Maha tells them the whole story of the pouch. Shim understands the matter, but she also knows Maha staying with Ryok is not right, because due to this, our group can face problems. Therefore, she tells her, change the number. Shim says, won't this be too much? So Yura shouting says, how much hard work we have done to reach here, should we let all our hard work go to waste? Shim sadly says, the company has given us a chance, and if this continues with Maha, then ads and projects can be lost. So Maha silences both of them and promises, I will fix everything soon. In the next scene, we see Ryok, who is called Jun, who is going home with Ryok taking the van from the police station. He is also quite angry at Ryok's action. Ryok searches for Maha's pouch everywhere in the van, but doesn't find it. So manager Jun says, the thing you are looking for is now with me and you won't get it, and then takes him to the boxing hall. He says, despite my repeated refusal, you kept meeting Maha, so now you will have to choose either her or me. Ryok says, both of you are important to me, so to vent anger, you can punch me. Hearing this, manager Jun tries to hit Ryok but cannot hit. On the other side, Yura and Shim have slept, but Maha hasn't, because she is repeatedly remembering Ryok. The next morning at breakfast time, the three are sitting silently. Then Jihak tells a sitcom offer had come, but Yura did not have interest in it, so she refused. Shim also wasn't a little confident after the last photo shoot, so she also refused. So finally, Maha has to say yes. In the next scene, Ryok keeps waiting for Maha's message, but nothing comes. Then he sees a camera in front, so the manager says, don't take tension, the camera is off. Then he is taken to a jungle-like place where he has to live without facilities and has to do everything himself. Hearing this, he gets angry, but due to cameras and people, he cannot say anything. And before leaving, the manager takes his mobile too. On the other side, Maha takes a new phone and SIM from the mobile shop. Then in the coffee shop, Maha gives her new number to Yura and Shim. So those two become happy and say, thank you for choosing us. Meanwhile, Ryok finds wood in the jungle, lights a fire, and makes noodles. But due to lifting the hot pot, they spill. So he gets angry because he is very hungry. And at night while sleeping too, the camera keeps an eye on him, which he does not like at all. On the other side, missing Ryok, Maha takes out the mobile from the old box and turns it on. But there is no message because the phone is with manager Jun. Then Ryok's shooting ends and manager Jun comes to pick him up. And as soon as he gets the phone, he sends many messages to Maha. Where are you? Are you fine or not? And if there is a problem, call. Maha is going with Jihak when she sees Ryok's photo on a bus, so she remembers Ryok. Reaching the agency, Lalima takes Maha to the side and asks, why do you copy me? So Maha tells, you are my role model, that's why I copy. At first, Lalima is happy, but then gives a warning, don't come near Ryok because I like him. Then Maha takes a deep breath and goes to the audition room where Shaq's group's members Choi and Kang are already sitting. They also have to do a role in that sitcom with Maha. Then Ryok has also come to this company for a radio show. Just then, seeing Maha near the lift, he becomes happy, whereas Maha ignores him because she wants to keep a distance from him. Both go into their respective vans without speaking. Then, near China's Sea, Yun-jo, who was Shaq's group's old leader, is shown who, seeing a couple, remembers his past, how he used to come here with Annie and click photos. On the other side, Choi and Kang tease Ryok, seeing his dark circles, and mention Maha's name, so he silences them. Then they tell him, Maha is working with us. So he starts leaving from there in anger. Then going into the room, watching Maha's messages, thinks, why is she ignoring? And decides to go meet. There, Yoo-jin is in the practice room. When Shim messages, Maha is practicing alone in the studio, drop her home. So he says, yes. On the other side, Shaq's group's member Han Jai comes to check Ryok, where when he sees he is sleeping, he leaves from there. Whereas actually nothing like this happens. Actually, Choi and Kang both are lying on Ryok's bed. Those two are quite scared. There, as soon as Yoo-jin reaches near to pick Maha, just then Ryok also comes with his car and sees both together. Yoo-jin tells Maha, I have got a small role in a big movie, by which Maha becomes quite happy. But Ryok does not like Maha being with Yoo-jin at all. Therefore, he immediately honks and comes out of the car, seeing which Yoo-jin and Maha both get shocked. Then Ryok comes directly to Maha and asks her, "Sit in my car." Hearing this, Maha says, "Hello?" So he asks angrily, "Why do you two always appear meeting me alone at night?" Yujin says nothing. So Ryok again asks Maha, "Sit in the car?" Maha thinks a little and refuses. So he says, "You cannot refuse me because I have come here to you with difficulty without telling all my members. Therefore, sit in the car quickly." Then Yujin says, "You don't need to take trouble because I have come here to drop Maha home. And anyway, if someone sees her with you, then there can be problems for Maha." Hearing this, Ryok asks Yujin angrily, "What do you mean?" So Yujin says, "You are a senior, it does not mean do whatever you feel like." On this matter, Ryok gets even more angry and says, "Talk with manners." Then, seeing both angry Maha does not like all this at all. Therefore, before the matter proceeds, she goes to Yujin and says, "Sorry, talk later." Then asks Ryok, "Walk along," which makes him quite happy. But Yujin is sad. On the other side, Choi and Kang are messaging Ryok, "Brother, where are you? Come quickly, Hanjai is looking for you." Then Hanjai removes the blanket and both get scared badly and say, "We didn't do anything." Seeing which, Hanjai gets very angry. Meanwhile, sitting in the car, Ryok smilingly says, "You took my side, right?" Maha asks, "What do you mean?" So he says, "Today you chose me like a perfect girl." Then getting serious asks, "By the way, why had you come here?" Ryok says, "Because I was missing you very much." Hearing this, Maha is surprised. Then he asks, "Why didn't you reply to my messages? And have you changed your number? Give new number." Maha thinks, "How do you know?" Then Maha does not want to give him the number, so she avoids the matter. But Ryok does not agree. He says, "First give the number." Maha looks at him angrily. So he smiles because he is enjoying teasing Maha. Maha tells him her problem. "I have promised Yura and Shim that I will not keep connection with you," which breaks Ryok's heart, and both do not talk. On the other side, Ryok is worried and trains with full focus in the practice room. Then Yujin comes and tells, "I will also do a role in the movie." Then on the pretext of practice, both vent anger on each other because, due to Maha, hatred has increased in both. In the next scene, the manager asks Maha, "Get ready quickly." At the shooting, Ryok practices the final fight scene and asks the director, "Can I throw extra punches?" But it is refused. Everyone is ready for the final shoot. Maha is standing near the director, seeing whom Ryok's manager gets into tension. Shoot starts. Ryok, running from the car, gets distracted seeing Maha and collides with boxes, due to which an accident happens, and he gets serious injury. Everyone gets shocked and takes him out of the car. Maha gets scared badly seeing all this. Then a flashback is shown where Hanjai tells CEO Park Eunjo likes Annie, due to which Park trusts Hanjai very much. In the present, all other members of Shax are in the hospital, where manager Jun was crying badly seeing Ryok in such a condition and was repeatedly asking him, "Get up." So CEO Park notices this condition of his and understands that he has become emotionally attached to Ryok. Then all members are waiting for Ryok to regain consciousness. And meanwhile, on the other side, Maha, Shim, and Yura are also standing outside the hospital, waiting for Ryok to regain consciousness. Maha is very much worried for Ryok. On the other side, manager Jun tells CEO Park, "Today, Ryok's stuntman could not come. Therefore, Ryok decided to do the stunt himself." So hearing the CEO Park starts getting very angry at manager Jun and holds him responsible for all the fault, saying this, "If anything happens to Ryok today, then only you will be responsible for it." Manager Jun gets tense from this matter. Then all members of Shax come to Ryok's room to see him, where after asking the doctor, manager Jun tells, "Now he is out of danger." Hearing this, they become happy. Then manager Jun, sitting near Ryok all night crying, is asking him, "Please, Ryok, open your eyes because I cannot see you in this condition. Forgive me and get up. If you get up, then I will do exactly what you will tell me." Then suddenly, Ryok, opening eyes, asks, "Surely will you do what I say?" Hearing this, manager Jun gets absolutely shocked because he thought Ryok is unconscious since all night, whereas he was just acting to be unconscious till morning. On the other side, Jihak takes Maha for the shoot. Reaching the set, Maha does splendid acting, but during break time asks Choi and Kang, "Is Ryok fine now or not?" They tell her, "Now he is out of danger." Then Maha says, "Thanks." So hearing this, Choi and Kang smilingly say, "This is called true love." Then manager Jun comes there and asks permission from Jihak. "Take Maha along." Maha tells everything to Jihak. Then she sees Choi and Kong also in Jun's car. They also go to the hospital with her. Reaching there, Choi and Kong distract the public's attention, and Maha enters inside from the back gate. Meanwhile, inside, Ryok is thinking that when Maha will come, then how will he act? Seeing Maha coming inside the room, he immediately acts to faint again. Maha starts crying badly seeing him and says, "How can you be injured so badly?" Then she tells her feelings, "I also like you and I worry for you very much. Therefore you get well soon. Then whatever you say, exactly that will happen." So Ryok, getting up, asks, "Will it really happen? Do you also like me?" Maha gets shocked. Ryok, holding her face, says, "You are so important to me," and without wasting time, kisses her. Both finally confess their love feelings. At night, Maha gets Ryok's call. He says, "I am missing you very much." Maha cuts the call shyly. There, manager Jun Choi and Kang are sitting talking and decide, "We will keep this matter a secret from everyone." Then the next day, Ryok tries to run from the hospital, but manager Jun, stopping him, says, "Your condition has been told as serious in articles, therefore you will have to stay for a few more days." Then CEO Park, also calling, gives him the order, "Do not go out for 2 days." Ryok messages Maha, so Maha becomes happy. And then Ryok asks Jun, "Which sticker should I send her?" So mistakenly he sends a kissing sticker to Maha, due to which Ryok gets angry at him. Meanwhile, Maha gets shy seeing the kissing sticker. Then 2 days later, Ryok comes back and group members give him a warm welcome. And when he returns to shooting, fans also get excited seeing him. After that, when he is going for shooting, then Yoojin, stopping him, asks, "How is your health?" On this, Ryok says, "Yes, now I am fine." Then going a little ahead, stopping, asks him, "Do you like Maha?" So Yoojin says, "No, meaning earlier I used to, but now she is just my old friend." Hearing this, Ryok becomes very happy, but Yoojin says, "You don't need to be too happy because I am still Maha's friend and will stay with her whole life. If Maha started liking me even 1%, then I will not leave the chance, but will make her mine." Hearing this, Ryok leaves from there angrily without arguing. Then both shooting starts, where Ryok does the fight scene correctly and coming out of the set starts fighting with everyone. When Yoojin comes near him, he fights hard with him too. Both keep looking at each other with anger as if they will kill each other today itself. Then at night, finishing shooting, Ryok asks Jun, "Give me your car," so that he can meet Maha. Manager Jun didn't want to give but gives in compulsion. Ryok comes outside Maha's house and waits. And as soon as she comes, says, "Always remember this day, because today is our first date." Hearing this, Maha becomes happy and both reach near the bridge. Before going, Ryok thinks, "It is very crowded here. If someone sees us and clicks photos, then there can be a problem." Therefore, they cancel going to the bridge. Then they go to the date spot, but there is crowd too. So both leave from there too, and due to having no other option, they keep driving the car in a circle. Then Ryok, calling manager Jun, says, "My schedule is at 6, so come to pick me up at 4 in the morning." At 4 in the morning, Ryok, calling Maha, asks her, "Come out." Seeing who Maha asks, "What are you doing here?" So he says, "I have just come to meet you because this is the only time when no one can see us." Maha becomes happy. But just then, manager Jun comes and asks Ryok, "Come for the shoot." Ryok goes saying bye to Maha, even if he doesn't want to, but on Jun's forcing, he has to go. Then when Ryok reaches the shooting place, seeing him, Lalima becomes happy. Ryok keeps chatting with Maha in the makeup room and is quite happy, which Lalima notices and asks directly, "What has happened to you? Who has changed you so much? Surely you are dating someone, right?" He says, "Yes." So Lalima asks who is the girl, but he does not tell her. Then manager Jun comes and Lalima asks him, "How did you give Ryok permission for dating?" Hearing this, Jun gets shocked and asks Lalima, "Keep it secret." Lalima, before leaving, forbids Ryok, "Don't smile so much because otherwise everyone will get to know about your dating." Then Lalima coming out becomes very sad because she also likes him, but despite wishing, could not make him hers. Therefore, she gets emotional. Meanwhile, Maha reads Ryok's message in which it is written, "Due to busy schedule, we won't be able to meet today." Maha becomes sad, which Jihak notices. At night while going home, Maha thinks and wishes, "I wish I could meet Ryok again." Just then Ryok comes from behind and says, "So meet then." Maha, looking at him like this, becomes happy. Ryok, holding her hand, takes her somewhere, and both go on the mountain and drink coffee. Maha says, "I cannot believe that I am drinking coffee with a Shax member so late at night." After spending time when both are going back, someone secretly clicks their photos. In the morning, while going for the shoot, Maha sees a parcel in her name and gets shocked as soon as she opens it. Then a flashback is shown where Ryok, finding Maha's pouch, takes out the diary in which it is written, "Ryok, you are my superstar, I like you." Ryok says, "Your heart is with me." In the present, Maha, coming to her home, starts becoming very happy. She has also completely fallen in love with Ryok. There, that reporter who has taken Maha and Ryok's photos is also quite happy seeing those photos. In the next scene, seeing Ryok, Choi, and Kang hide their scripts. by which he understands that something is fishy. Therefore, he forcefully snatches Choi's script from him and starts checking. Kang says, I myself am also an actor, so you should understand that this script is just acting. Ryok sees the first 2 to 3 pages, but he doesn't find anything special. But as soon as he comes to the next page, he sees that there are many kissing scenes of Maha with some famous actor. Seeing which, first he gets very jealous and then says, come on, no problem. All this is just acting only. But then in the next scene, he himself reaches Maha's shooting place with Manager Jun. Everyone thinks that he has come for Kang and Choi, but Manager Jun knows that he has come only for Maha. Then the sitcom's director asks him, stay here only. So Ryok agrees immediately. Their shooting starts where these people are talking among themselves. Just then, another actor whose name is Vin comes. He is a quite famous and handsome actor in Korea. Therefore, when the director says, these two are looking so good together, hearing this, Ryok feels very bad. Then Vin and Maha have a kissing scene. Maha says to Vin, agreed you are my senior, but I want to date only you because you are my first love. Hearing this, Ryok gets very jealous. Then when Maha and Vin kiss, he cannot watch it, but he controls himself. Then the kissing scene is made to be done repeatedly, due to which Ryok gets more angry. Then finally, Vin kisses Maha absolutely perfectly, seeing which Ryok takes long breaths in anger. Then he starts leaving from there. So Manager Jun asks, what happened? Won't you stay here and watch further acting? So Ryok says, what I am feeling right now, you single men can never understand. And then, burning in jealousy, leaves from there. After shooting ends, Maha comes in front of a warehouse, and we see that Ryok is messaging her and telling the way to the storeroom. As soon as Maha reaches there, Ryok, pulling her to the side, asks, why are you ignoring me since morning? So she says, apart from ignoring, I had no other option. Maha notices that he is very jealous because of the kissing scenes, so she starts teasing him. Just then, due to someone coming, both have to hide on the sofa. Ryok is very happy being so close to Maha, but Maha suddenly pushes him away, due to which, coming in anger, he says, you are afraid of coming close to me and we're kissing actor Vin repeatedly. Then he starts leaving in anger. Then Maha, stopping him, kisses him herself and runs away shyly. Seeing which, Ryok becomes very happy and says, if you had to kiss only then, you should have done it on the lips and gone. And then starts getting shy himself too. Both leave from there hiding secretly, but someone clicks their photos again. Then that reporter shows all photos of Ryok and Maha to CEO Park, seeing which everyone gets shocked and they get to know about the love relation of both. The next morning, the same scene happens when Maha gets badly shocked seeing a parcel. Actually, inside the parcel, there are some important papers sent by Mr. Kim. Meanwhile, the same letter comes to Jihak too. Yura phoning tells everything. Omega Entertainment has filed a case against us and accused that we three, despite having a contract, are working with Jihak and we have cheated Omega Entertainment. Whereas it was not like that, rather, due to that incident, Omega Entertainment itself had removed them from the company. Jihak asks about the contract, which they had signed with Omega, but no one has an idea about it. Then they ask, do we have any such man who can prove that all these accusations are false? Everyone starts thinking, who can it be? Maha remembers that she had kept the contract there where she used to keep her old special things, and the contract is found from there. Then she thinks, who can it be who proves that we had no contract with Omega? Maha remembers, our old manager Namjoon is only such a man who knows everything and will speak the truth in front of everyone. Then Maha starts calling on Namjoon's number. Then we are shown Namjoon, who is working in a delivery service. Maha asks, help, hearing which Namjoon agrees. There, Jihak comes to Mr. Kim and asks, when you have no connection left with the girls, then why are you filing a case against them? Mr. Kim says, I had to do all this out of compulsion because some big company has forced me. Hearing this, Jihak understands, who can be behind this? There, Ryok gets angry watching the news of Maha's case. Manager Jun says, this is not a big deal, but still all channels are showing it since morning. He thinks, surely there is some reason behind them. On the other side, Ryok comes on the set and, becoming restless due to news, starts calling Maha. But the manager, snatching the phone, says, focus, otherwise the accident can happen again. At the shooting place, the director asks, is Maha fine? Because I had watched the news in the morning. And Yoojin says, it will be solved soon. And the director says, I liked Maha's nature, therefore I will suggest to other directors too. Then Jihak goes to CEO Park in anger and asks, why are you behind me? So CEO Park shows him Maha and Ryok's photos. So Jihak grabs his collar. But CEO Park says to him, remember when you went from here fighting with me, we had a very close relation. Therefore, you be careful now. After the shoot ends, Ryok, calling Maha, comforts her, but remains in tension himself. The next morning, Namjoon is ready to give evidence for the court and says how the company treated them. Everyone becomes happy. Then in private, Jihak tells Maha about those photos. I will handle the court case, but the photos issue is difficult. Still, I will not leave you alone. On the set, Ryok gets Maha's call who tells about the photos. So Ryok calms her down. Then he reaches CEO Park's office in anger and talk happens on photos. So CEO Park says to him, you are creating problems for yourself and for that girl. If you don't step back, then I will remove you from Shaq's group. Ryok gets very worried. Then on Friday, Maha meets Ryok. She tells him, I missed Ryok very much because it has been a full 1 week since we met. So hearing this, Ryok doesn't speak anything. Then hugging Maha says, I cannot say this to your face. I want to break up with you. Hearing this at first, Maha gets shocked very badly. Then gathering courage says, no problem. There is no need to be sad in this. I am fine. And then forbids Ryok. Don't cry because you are a member of Shaq's group. Therefore, you should become strong. Saying this much, Maha starts leaving from there. Ryok asks her also, should I drop you to your home? But Maha refusing goes away. Then Maha sits at the bus stop and waits for the bus to come and controls herself. I don't have to cry. But when she sees Ryok's poster on a bus, then she starts crying very badly because her feelings about Ryok were real. But compelled by circumstances, she will have to stay away from Ryok. On the other side, Ryok stays standing at the same place where Maha had left him, and with tears in eyes says, Maha is forcefully acting to be fine, whereas I know that she is broken from inside, and from this very thing, I am getting even more tension. Then it is shown that Ryok brings food from outside for all members. Everyone gets confused. What has happened to him? Whereas he never used to let eat junk food, but upon his forcing, everyone sits to eat. Where suddenly he starts laughing loudly, so Choi and Kang say, we are feeling scared of his laughter. Maha tells Yura and Shim, Ryok and I have broken up, at which Shim starts shouting in anger, how can you end everything so soon? Maha tries to calm her down, but she says, you only see your own problems and do not understand the feelings of those around. Hearing which Maha remains surprised. Then Jihak comes and tells those three a new project where a photo shoot will happen. On the other side, Shaq's group's members are practicing in the practice room and everyone is tired. But Ryok keeps making them practice continuously because they had eaten junk food at night. Members ask, if next day so much practice was to be done, then why did you feed? But Ryok doesn't say anything because he has become like before, who wants to keep himself busy with his team so that he can forget Maha. In the next scene, the manager comes and tells, more movie offers have come for Ryok, and he says, I have to work continuously. The manager forbids him, do not do extra hard work, but he doesn't agree. In the next scene, Shaq's group comes to that place for the meeting where Maha's shooting is going on, and Lalima, seeing everything from a distance, understands something has happened between Maha and Ryok because both are ignoring each other. Then, after the meeting, when Ryok comes down, Lalima asks, has a fight happened between you two? Then she finds out their breakup has happened. So Lalima does not feel good. In the next scene, the reporter coming to the cafe tells Jihak, Mr. Kim has withdrawn his case because seeing the proofs you gave, he stepped back. Hearing this, Jihak becomes very happy and says, thanks. On which he says, there is no need for thanks because I have just brought the truth in front of everyone, but I hope that now you will also help me. Jihak understands she wants to know about Yoonjo, but she says, no, I want to know about Annie. Then we are shown the past when Yoonjo comes to that place from where Annie had committed suicide. He remembers that day he received Annie's call, who was crying badly on the phone and was saying, sorry. Then the call got cut. Hearing which, Yoonjo panicking runs away, leaving his performance. In the present, Yoonjo being very upset says, sorry, Annie, that day I was not with you. On the other side, Jihak tells reporters Yoonjo and Annie were in a relationship since trainee days. Then Yoonjo came to Enog Entertainment and Annie went to Omega. In Enog Entertainment, Yoonjo's debut happened and he became a famous star, whereas Annie remained a trainee only. Then the reporter taking out a photo from her purse shows a photo of Yoonjo's girlfriend had gone viral a few days before his disappearance, in which Annie and Yoonjo were sitting together. Seeing the photo, the past scene comes where Jihak is shouting at Annie, when debut is so near, then why are you doing such an act? Then he takes out another photo in which she is standing with some other man, seeing which Annie gets scared. In the present, Jihak tells, I did not show this second photo to Eunjo. And then due to the photo, with Annie forced Yoonjo for breakup, but Yoonjo refused and started leaving. Then I told him, if you go today, then maybe you will be ruined. Therefore, Yoonjo had stopped. In the present, Jahak says, for all this, I myself am responsible, and due to me, Yeonjo got separated from Annie and Annie committed suicide. Hearing this, the reporter asks, so is it due to this guilt you have made tea party so that you can reduce your mistakes? On which Jihak says, maybe, but I am not confirmed yet. Then the reporter coming to her office thinks, Who is this man in the photo with Annie? Later we are shown Yoon-jo, who sitting alone is thinking about that day when Ji-hak had come to meet him. And An-jo says, "You had said that listen only to your heart. Then I had left everything and gone. But I know that you are also not happy running the cafe. Therefore, perhaps after that day, Ji-hak had taken the decision to open his company." In the next scene, Maha has come to Ji-hak's cafe with her team. Ji-hak tells them, "Your charges have increased and money has been transferred to your accounts and this is your first income." Hearing this, the three become happy and think what to do with the money. Then, coming to Ji-hak, say, "We also want to invest in the company," which Ji-hak agrees to. Then they start their YouTube channel also, where their talent videos are uploaded, which people start liking even more. The next morning, Maha and Shim are in the cafe when Nam-joon coming tells, "Your Omega training time video has gone viral." So they all become very happy. In the next scene, the meeting of the famous WST show is shown where it is decided to invite Shaq's members and Lalima. And for the girl group, Tea Party is suggested because they are becoming popular on YouTube. Then Ji-hak tells Maha, Yura, and Shim, "We have received an invitation from WST in which only Maha and Yura will go." There Yujin is invited from Sparkling Group. Then a few days later, the day of that show comes where the host asks, "Choose a partner," and both keep looking only at each other. Maha says, "I will become Yujin's partner." There Ryok becomes Lalima's partner. Then everyone is given a week's time to prepare a song in which they will have to create an old song into a new song and sing Meaning Remix. And along with it, we'll have to give a dance performance on the prepared song too. Whose song will be the best will be announced the winner. In the next scene, Maha, Ji-hak, and Yujin are sitting in the practice room so that Maha and Yujin can prepare for the song. But Maha's attention is somewhere else because she is repeatedly remembering Ryok only. There, Lalima and Ryok meet to decide their song, but Ryok's attention is not on work. When he starts leaving, Lalima sings him a love song whose lyrics are matching exactly with the current situation, so he stops right there. On the other side, the reporter sees something different in Annie, and that man's photos, by which she gets shocked badly. She has to go to the schedule urgently, and later she will have to do something for him too. Yura asks, "What?" Ji-hak says, "Nothing for now." Finally, the competition day comes. Then Maha and Yujin, coming on stage, sing an emotional, sad song, due to which Ryok remembers old memories associated with them. Tears come in his eyes. Lalima's eyes also fill up because there was a time when she used to like Ryok very much. Then Lalima and Ryok come on stage and sing a beautiful love song, by which Maha remembers memories of herself and Ryok, due to which she gets emotional because for both staying away from each other is very difficult. In the end, Ryok and Lalima's performance is selected, and on the basis of public vote, those two win the competition. The next morning, Ji-hak says to Tea Party, "You three have worked very hard, therefore rest for a few days." Maha says, "I want to go home to my mom." Then Maha reaches her home. Children in the orphanage give her a surprise by which she becomes very happy. Maha's mom, also seeing her happy, hugs her. Meanwhile, Ryok is going crazy thinking about Maha, and suddenly getting up, coming to Ji-hak, asks, "Where is Maha? Because I am not able to call her." Everyone gets surprised seeing him. There, Maha's mom asks her, carrying lunch boxes, and as soon as Maha is keeping them in the cart, Ryok comes and stands in front of her, due to which Maha gets shocked badly and asks, "What are you doing here?" He says, "I was missing you very much. Therefore, I have come here to meet you. I know that you are very angry with me, but please forgive me for my mistake." Maha doesn't listen to him at all, rather starts telling him, "Go from here." But Ryok starts helping her in delivering lunch, where as soon as Maha has a problem finding the location, so he says, "You let it be, you won't be able to do it." And then, finding all locations himself, delivers food to everyone's house. Then Maha gives Ryok coffee to drink as a thank you and asks, "Why have you come here?" He says, I have told that I have come here only for you. And if you promise me that you will answer my calls, then I will go back to my work." But Maha leaves from there without saying anything. Then Maha's mom asks, "Who is that boy who is delivering food with you?" On this, Maha says directly, "He is not my boyfriend, but just a normal friend." Maha's mom says, "You have always been independent. I used to stay busy handling orphanage children, therefore could not pay much attention to you seeing you. I am feeling very proud that you achieved so much alone." Hearing all this, Maha becomes happy, and both go inside to sleep, but Maha is repeatedly thinking the same thing. Would he have gone or not? Therefore, coming out, sees Ryok coming by car earlier is feeding food to children with Maha's mom. Then, due to cold, he's sitting in the car, starts it. Maha feels maybe he is going back, so she goes inside, but actually he sleeps in the car only. And when he wakes up, finds out fuel has finished. Therefore, helplessly, he comes to ask Maha for money. seeing which Maha gets surprised. Then buying fuel gets it filled in Ryok's car. She again asks him, "Go," but Ryok doesn't agree. So getting tired, she goes home. When she reaches back, she sees that Ryok, coming by car earlier, is feeding food to children with Maha's mom. Seeing this, Maha gets shocked, and Maha's mom says jokingly, "You two fight every month so that on this pretext, Maha keeps coming here." Ryok says laughingly, "Then I will fight every week." And both start laughing loudly. Seeing this, Maha does not like it at all. Therefore, after food taking him out, she asks, "Why are you doing all this?" Ryok answers, "Because you had stopped talking to me, at least we could talk." Maha says, "After the jacket incident, I've understood how dangerous fans are, therefore, I doesn't want to let you become a target again, and this will affect your team too." Ryok says, "You just tell what do you think about me, and what do you feel about both of us." Maha stays silent. Then Maha and Ryok are seen walking on the beach where he says, "I had done breakup like a coward, which I regret very much." Maha, crying, asks, "Why did you leave suddenly, and why have you come back now? And do you always think only about your feelings?" Ryok is not able to speak anything and just extends his hand for a new beginning, which Maha, holding after thinking a little, cries. Ryok kisses her, by which all the fight between the two ends. In the evening, Maha asks, "How will we continue our relationship after going back?" He doesn't say anything, just holding her hand, keeps thinking. Then in the dorm, Ryok announces in front of all members, "I want to make my love relation public," by which everyone gets shocked. On the other side, Maha also tells the same thing to her group members, "I want to make my love relation public," by which they remain surprised. There, Ryok explains, "I tried to stop myself, but now I cannot live without Maha." Manager Jun gets angry. Then all managers meet with Tea Party members. What should be done to unite Maha and Ryok? And Lalima says, "Those two should meet in Tea Party's dorm." Everyone likes this idea. Then it is Ryok comes to Maha's dorm and seeing Annie's photos and Maha's photos feels, "I have seen her somewhere before," and finds out from Shim and Yura, she was our old member. Then seeing a mobile with Maha, Ryok remembers the past scene when he had seen Annie and Yoonjo meeting secretly. Then upon asking, Yoonjo had told him, "She is my girlfriend Annie, whom I love for years." Hearing this, Ryok was very angry at him. In the present, seeing that mobile Ryok remembers such a mobile was with Yoonjo. Then thinking of Yoonjo becoming sad, he leaves from there. Coming to his dorm, he looks at that mobile which we had seen in Yoonjo's hand in the first episode, and which is exactly like Maha's mobile. He thinks, "I got this mobile when I had come to perform on stage in place of Yoonjo, and since then, I had kept it safely." After a while, Ryok calls Maha and says, "Sorry for leaving suddenly," and asks about Annie. Maha herself does not know anything about Annie. Therefore, coming back to the dorm, she asks Yura and Shim about Annie for the first time. What kind of girl was she? Hearing which both get surprised. Why is Maha asking about Annie suddenly? And Maha leaves from there without saying anything. Then in the next scene, Ryok watches his 3-year-old performance of MLM Festival, the day Yoonjo had disappeared. And at the same time, he tries to open the mobile, but fails due to not having the password. Then we see that Maha is about to call Ryok. Just then, she sees Lalima's car in her cafe, seeing whom Maha gets badly shocked. Lalima saying hello says, "I want to join Jihawk's company." Jihawk says, "This decision is not mine alone, so shareholders' opinion will also have to be taken," who are none other than Maha, Shim, and Yura. And the three, listening to Lalima, think, "Her arrival will benefit us because she is Korea's most famous idol." Therefore, they say, yes. In the next scene, Ryok has called Maha to meet suddenly. Ryok shows her the same mobile, which is with Maha, and tells this was Yoonjo's, which is from his and Annie's dating time, and when Yoonjo disappeared suddenly, then this mobile was left. Which hearing Maha gets shocked because an OG Entertainment had told everyone Eunjo was sick and left the agency, but actually he had disappeared. Ryok asks, "Where is Annie?" So Maha tells her death had happened 3 years ago the day Eunjo disappeared. Ryok gets even more shocked and says, "Perhaps they kept these mobiles to talk in secret, but I could not open the lock till now." Maha says, "I will also try." But both are unable to open the phone due to wrong password. There, Lalima brings her luggage to Jihawk's company's practice room and starts dance practice. Yura comes and sees that Lalima's fans are standing outside, and Jihawk is handling everything with his staff. Then Shim and Yura come into the room and watch Lalima dancing. And Lalima tells, "Now this room is yours too, and everyone will share together," and says, "MLM Festival is coming near, so I will have to practice more." Shim and Yura get happy, because this is the same festival in which performing is Maha's dream too. Lalima asks, "Are you people invited?" And Yura stays silent because their team has not been invited. Then judges decide. For the main show, Shax and Lalima are confirmed, and from new groups, Tea Party is chosen. Next scene, Maha and Ryok sitting in the car are thinking of Yoonjo and Annie's phone's password. And Maha tells, password can be that day when Yoonjo had seen Annie for the first time. By which Ryok remembers when Yoonjo had told about being with Annie and mentioned the anniversary. So, calculating the date, as soon as they type, the phone unlocks and they find Annie's voice message in which she crying asks, "Forgive me," and says, "I did nothing wrong." Then in flashback, it is shown that Mr. Kim takes Annie to dinner and says, "This is for your debut," and outside the hotel introduces to CEO Park, and putting pressure sends her inside and threatens, otherwise the group's debut will stop. Annie breaks down and later reporters blackmail showing photos of her going into the room with CEO Park, by which she comes under a lot of pressure and later in her room listening to the voice note sung by Eunjo commits suicide. In the present, Ryok and Maha, remembering everything, think what must have happened with Eunjo. Ryok remembers, "I had asked him to break up with girlfriend." Maha says, Annie must have also felt the same as Ryok had done breakup with Maha for future. Ryok becomes silent. There, Jihak tells Yura and Shim, due to Lalima's fans, the cafe has made 2 weeks earning in just 10 hours. And then, Ryok and Maha come there and give both mobiles. After listening to the recording, he says, "I had told them to stay separate only for the good of both," and tells, Yoonjo has come back to Korea. Hearing this, Ryok gets even more surprised because no one knew that Yoonjo is in Korea now. In the next scene, we see that Yoonjo, sitting in front of Annie's death place, is remembering everything. Just then, Ryok comes there. Seeing whom, after so many years, he gets shocked and both sitting together start talking. Ryok gives Yoonjo the old mobile, seeing which tears come in his eyes, and then he listens to that song, recording which he had sent to Annie. Ryok asks, "Are you facing any problem living here?" So Yoonjo tells, "When I came back to Korea, no one recognized me, which was a good thing. Therefore, I am moving freely everywhere without a mask." Ryok suggests we should tell Annie's story to the world, but Yoonjo refuses. "I don't want anyone to talk bad things about Annie." On the other side, Jihak goes to meet the reporter and tells, "I have heard Annie's voice message which she had sent to Yoonjo the last time." The reporter asks what is in it, but Jihak refuses to tell and says, "Photos are not like what people are thinking." The reporter asks him, "Leak all things." But Jihak says Yoonjo has clearly refused this. She says angrily, "If this story does not come in front of the public, then people like Annie will keep getting trapped in this web, and the company Jihak has opened will also have no meaning." On this, Jihak becomes silent. In the next scene, Yoonjo tells him, "Jihak had helped me a lot." Then we see Jihak's house scene where Yoonjo is sleeping, and Jihak asks him, "Get up, you cannot live like this always. You will have to do something as Annie wanted. If she were alive today, then seeing you in this condition, she would be very sad." Yoonjo, looking at Annie's photo, starts crying badly because after her departure, he was feeling very lonely. In the next scene, Ryok asks, "Wouldn't you want to meet band members?" So Yoonjo refuses and tells, "I am going to leave Korea soon too." He says, "I have no regret of leaving the show. If Annie were alive, then also I would do the same." And saying this, leaves. At night, Maha comes to meet Ryok and hears him singing the same song which he had sung for Annie. Both talk a little and Maha goes back to her dorm. Next, we see that Ryok has come back to his dorm and taking out the photo of Shax's 5 members removes it, then finds another photo below in which Shax's 6 members, including Eunjo, are there, seeing which he gets lost in old memories. Then we see that through some unknown person reporter, Junggi receives an email related to Annie in which there is a request, reveal after the festival, and she agrees. The next morning, Maha is jogging when suddenly Ryok also comes, and both decide, we will make this song together. Then going to Seok request, work on this song. Later they make their respective groups listen to the song. Shaq's members like the song, but when Ryok tells, this is Yoonjo's, then everyone gets shocked. Maha tells Yura and Shim, Yoonjo had written this song for Annie because both were dating for quite some time. And listening to Annie's full story, both girls cry. Next, Jihak gives good news. We will perform an MLM festival, by which everyone jumps with joy and the manager also coming starts celebrating. On the other side, Ryok takes permission, reuse Yoonjo's song so that their love story becomes immortal. Then he remembers the 3-year-old scene when an argument happened in Jihak and CEO Park's office, and there was talk of imposing fine on Eunjo's family for the loss caused to the agency, which Jihak refuses, but CEO Park does not agree. And Ryok, standing outside, hears everything. After Jihak leaves, Ryok, going inside, says, I will pay the entire fine, just don't bother Yoonjo's family. So CEO Park gets the contract signed by him. Later, Ryok asks CEO Park, "We will do something new in MLM Festival." He says, "But you don't take tension, I will not disappoint you." So everyone says, "You cannot do even if you want. Do you remember our double contract?" Hearing this, Ryok doesn't speak anything. According to that contract, Ryok will work for them day and night, and if he leaves the group, then Shax's remaining members will have to do work equal to him, and profit will be negligible because CEO Park will keep everything. Then Ryok agrees out of compulsion because the fine is very high and can be paid only in this way. Later, he comes to the dorm where he tells all members, "In the end, together with all idols, we will perform Yoonjo's song, which will be a surprise for the public." Hearing this, everyone gets shocked. Then Hanjae takes him to talk and asks about the double contract because he had secretly heard CEO Park and Ryok's conversation, but Ryok doesn't tell anything. Hanjae says, "You don't need to carry all burden alone. If there is any matter, then tell us." But smiling, he leaves from there. There, the reporter is writing the article and tells Jihak, Annie's story will have to be shared so that other girls can be helped. But Jihak reminds Yoonjo has refused. Then she gives her written article to read, seeing which Jihak gets shocked. Then team members ask Ryok about the double contract because they had found out from CEO Park's secretary. Then Hanjae, sitting down, apologizes to everyone and tells, "I knew about Yoonjo and his girlfriend Annie, and I only used to give updates to CEO Park. But now I realize that I supported the wrong man who considers everyone a machine to earn money." Ryok says, "I am not angry because you did everything for our good only." And Bang suggests, "We all should leave the agency so that CEO Park cannot blackmail." Ryok refuses, but everyone says, "For so many years we were following rules, now we should do something for ourselves." In the next scene on Annie's death anniversary, Yoonjo says goodbye to her because he is going to leave Korea again. Then Maha, coming, tells, "I am a member of Tea Party Group," and says, "Thank you that you let everyone perform your song." And says, "I may not know Annie, but from her song, I can understand her feelings, and tomorrow on stage, everyone together will sing her song. Therefore, I feel Annie will be happy and Yeonjo can also come there to watch the performance." But Yeonjo refuses. In the next scene, Ryok announces, "MLM Festival will be our last contract with NOG Entertainment, and after that, we will leave the agency." Hearing which CEO Park gets shocked. Then Ryok raises the topic of Annie and Yoonjo, hearing which Park becomes silent. As soon as he goes out, Park starts breaking things in anger and shouts at his secretary. But then thinks, how did they know about Annie? And from flashback, it is revealed that the secretary only had planned everything. Then the reporter also comes and warns CEO Park, "I will expose the deeds happening with idols," and shows Annie's photos. Seeing which Park understands all this is the secretary's work, and he grabs his collar in anger. Meanwhile, Tea Party is practicing their festival performance in the basement practice room. Lalima calls her old agency's trainers, who agree to work only on her request. And girls say, "Thank you." Whereas Lalima says, "Next year, I want to see everyone performing together in MLM concert." Then the festival starts, and first of all, Sparkling Group's performance happens, who perform very well. So all people are cheering them. Then Tea Party's performance comes, and their fan following has also increased more than before. Therefore, their show is also quite good. Then Lalima's turn comes, seeing whom everyone gets mesmerized. Then Tea Party performs its first song, Omega 3, on stage. Then Maha and Ryok meet backstage. Seeing which everyone understands something is going on between these two. Then another performance of Lalima is shown, which everyone enjoys like before. And in the last, Shax Group's explosive entry happens, seeing whose performance girls go crazy. With this, the show ends. Then a video message is shown on the screen in which everyone is asked, "Be calm, all this is a surprise for fans." Then Yoonjo's song plays, where members of all groups sing together, which the public listens to absolutely silently because this moment is magical. And on the screen, introduction of trainees is shown, who are struggling right now, and showing whose clips it is told, one day they will become great idols and they will have many fans, and the public will always support them. Just then, Yoonjo's entry happens on stage, seeing whom everyone gets shocked and starts cheering loudly and gets emotional. Then he sings the song with full emotion and ends, seeing which everyone claps for idols, and with this, MLM Festival ends. The next morning, the reporter sitting in a restroom publishes what had happened with them. That article spreads in Korea, and according to Yoonjo's wish, Annie's name is not taken, rather a code word is used. Then CEO Park is worried in his office because NOG Entertainment's name is written in the article, by which their market falls. Then Yoonjo is roaming in a mall where he sees a couple singing, and he imagines if Annie was alive, then she would also sing along. But Yoonjo is happy. Our song has become immortal. Then Ryok gives an interview to the media and tells, "I have left Enog Entertainment," by which media starts questioning. And later a small concert happens where it is found their group's name is not Shaq's, rather Our Story, who do free concerts for fans because they are living normal life, leaving idol life, but on public demand perform sometimes, who's earning only they get, not the company. And now also all members' name is famous and they have invested in Jihook's company also. Their Tea Party has become even more famous. And Lalima, bringing her team in audition supports and says, "Now I am not alone, I am happy, I have a reason to move forward." And manager Jun is now Lalima's manager too. Whereas CEO Park tries to make a new team, but the chemistry like before is not there. He says, "Perhaps I may not get my position back." Then Jihook's cafe is shown in China, where fans of Shaq's and Tea Party Lalima and Sparkling Group are shouting names loudly. Then inside the company, everyone talks sitting together, and laughter and jokes happen, because now no one stops anyone. Everyone can sit together and can talk. Then Ryok and Maha are shown on a public date where seeing them, everyone gets shocked, starts taking selfies. And Ryok gives their phone to someone else to click the photo and holds Maha's hand in front of everyone, by which it is confirmed both are dating. With this, the drama ends.